Onion man, get your onion today. Onion man, you ain't have to be. Onion man, helping African along the way. This was the Hucksters call that was done here in City Market and throughout Savannah. City Market today is a tourist area, but it once was an agricultural area. So you have the Hucksters out here selling their goods and their wares right here. Would not have been unusual to see African men and women with baskets on their heads, cloths on their head, carrying the items. Even up into the 1970s in Brownsville, right off of West Broad Street, MLK Jr. Boulevard, you saw African men and women with baskets on their head, with their laundry on their heads. So again, part of our tradition was alive with us. And today in City Market, it has changed. It has become gentrified. I tell folks, it's not just residential gentrification, even commercial gentrification. Some of my relatives from Hilton Head can tell you this, I can tell you this, that we remember coming from Hilton Head, this is where we come. When we ride Charlie Simmons bus over here to Savannah from Hilton Head, we come right here and we'll get off and we'll be right here in City Market. And we saw African people with their businesses right here, selling fruits and vegetables right here, their own businesses right here. In fact, we had restaurants here at one time, barbershops, shoe shine businesses, even tire stores owned by African people here in City Market. Historically, the City Market has always been tied to African people because what happened in City Market in the 1700s, 1800s, 1900s, 2000, and I guess in the 2100s, we always gonna be a part of it. But you wouldn't know it based on other people wiping out the story. So long as City Market has been open from the 1800s, African people have been a part of this right here. African people have been a part of the city of Savannah in this area since the very beginning, before it got started. Because the Africans are right here, February 9th and February 20th, 1733. But on the 9th and 10th of February, 1733, Africans are right here. Wait a minute, Jamal. I thought the colony in Georgia got started February 12th, 1733. I'm gonna repeat. Africans are here February 9th and February 10th, 1733. So that means that they were here before the colony even got started. They're playing a role with regards to establishing what we know the streets and the squares in Savannah before it got started. So stop with the lies, the inaccuracy saying that Georgia was a free colony. Africans are here. In fact, the colony in Georgia got started to be a buffer, not for the Spanish down in Florida, but to stop the runaways out of South Carolina that were going down to Florida, later on out of Georgia. So let's get that together. So Africans have been here in this area as long as we've had Savannah. And we talk about the City Market. As long as the City Market has been here, Africa's been a part of this right here. And we have had entrepreneurship here from the very beginning. Yes, entrepreneurship. So Africans in Savannah, Chatham County have been engaging in trade right here in City Market from the very beginning. Going into the 1900s, African people are owning businesses right here. 1800s, owning businesses right here in City Market. But the entire dynamics changed when they decided to turn this into a tourist area. They started coming after the folks and then influencing the people, sometimes by hook or crook, to basically move their businesses or leave their businesses. And so, and some of them were not able to open up their businesses. That's another story that one of the families didn't want to discuss. But yes, this history right here, City Market, is significant to African people. So I want you all to understand, entrepreneurship has been a part of our fabric right here in Savannah with the City Market. So the foundation for City Market, you gotta come to the Africans, from not just the physical topography, but even with regard to the commercial topography. Yes, this landscape right here. And some of y'all know that we had owned some of the buildings and businesses in City Market. Yes, and the original City Market was a large two-story structure, but they tore it down in 1954. Then they put up a parking garage, then tore that down. And then this is where some of us came from Hilton Head on Charlie Simmons' bus, to get back on the bus, his van, and go back to Hilton Head. But prior to that, you had African people right here, Reverend James Porter, who taught an underground school here in the city of Savannah. Reverend James Porter taught an underground school to Africans in the 1800s. Right here, he was in the City Market area, had a business in the City Market area right here. Then you got Reverend Ulysses Houston. Reverend Houston passed at Third African Baptist Church, later called First Bryan Baptist Church, the oldest continuous black church in North America. Reverend Houston had a business right here in City Market also. So you have individuals all along here Rachel Brownfield has a business also in this area also. Rachel Brownfield, a wealthy African woman that was held in captivity. Wait, Jamal, what you mean held in captivity? Yes, Africans were hired out. Sometimes you hear about somebody being hired out, that meant that that's a person operating their own business, but they're held in captivity. So see, entrepreneurship has been a part of the African fabric from the very beginning. So African people understand about entrepreneurship, understand about owning businesses, operating businesses. Reverend Houston, in fact, was hired out also. So yeah, so it was common. Reverend Porter's a free man. So again, operating businesses right here. Throw this out about Reverend Porter. The public school system in Georgia got started in part tied to these underground schools in Savannah, Georgia. Because Reverend James Porter will be the one that will go before the state legislature, because he was elected to state office. He would be the one to produce the bill to create the first public school system in Georgia. I didn't say Savannah, in Georgia. Julian Frontemine, one of the people that also inspired the public school system. But again, it's Reverend James Porter that will be the one that will lay out the bill, or bring forth the bill to now create the public school system in Georgia, tied right here in Savannah. And I go and tell folks, and it's tied to the city market area, tied to our entrepreneurship skills and our educational skills here in the city of Savannah. Even people who became businessmen in the city of Savannah, bankers in the city of Savannah, were educated in the underground schools here in Savannah, Georgia, who would not go to Harvard. Joe Mall, what are you saying? You talking about Africans who were educated in the underground schools in Savannah, Georgia, that when they finished their education here, they would then go to Harvard? Yes. And they would become bankers, creating the richest black bank in the entire United States, right here in Savannah, Georgia. Yeah. City market has changed. West Broad Street has changed. East Broad has changed. Our economic hubs, our economic centers have changed, and some of us have forgotten. We must support our businesses, and why I do what I do, to let some of you who are in positions of power, of influence, on boards, to not take this information and use it to correct some of this right here. Because when we have economics in Savannah not touching African people here, that's a problem. That's a problem. And when you look at the foundation here in Savannah, no one would be able to enjoy any of this if it was not for the Africans right here. So now it's time to pay the debt to their descendants.